Welcome to TIO Stadium for the women's prelim final between Nightcliff and Waratah. Today is the day for these two teams. They're going to be battling it out for their place in the TIO NTFL Women's Premier League Grand Final. That is next weekend. Please welcome to the field, Waratah. Please welcome to the field, Nightcliff Football Club. A huge game in kicking off very shortly. We'd also like to acknowledge our NTFL sponsors and partners. No More, Carlton and United Breweries, Towards Zero, Impex, Intersport, Gazale's Palmerston Club, Intract, Sterling NT, Bridge Toyota and Sharon. We'd also like to thank our media and broadcast partners 7 News Darwin, NT News, Mix 1049, Hot 100 and Kick Digital. Nightcliff have won the toss and they're elected to kick towards the Michael Long Centre. An epic game kicking off very shortly.
Well, good afternoon and welcome to TIO Stadium in Darwin on beautiful Larrakia country for the 2021-22 TIO NTFL Women's Premier League preliminary final between Nightcliff and Waratah. My name's Liz Cruz and joining me in the commentary box today, Stu Davis. Welcome, Stu. Ready for a big game?
Certainly am, Liz. Thank you, and welcome viewers. This one, match of the season status, I reckon, just about. Should be an absolute perler.
Well, the Darwin Buffettes upset Nightcliff last week to go straight through to the Women's Premier League Grand Final. Who will meet them next week, we'll find out in about 2 hours, Stu.
That's right, and Waratah got the first clearance through Maselli. They've got it inside their forward 50 early on, and Nightcliff defence working hard back there. They're under plenty of pressure though, and eventually a quick kick out by Taylor Kickett, but only as far as Stephanie O'Brien for Tars, who gets caught with the ball and will be penalised. So that's a good tackle by Rhiannon Bush in defence. She's trying to take a kick, but she's going to have to come back over the mark. So, yeah, just looking through the teams, Waratah go in unchanged from last week. They're in winning form, of course, have won their 2 finals so far, and Nightcliff have made a couple of changes. Sam Clark and Amy Pittman come into the side, so they're just about full strength, although they haven't got Michaela Ward still, of course. Yeah,
I saw Wardy down on the boundary. She's still got that cast on her arm, so a big out for Nightcliff, but they've got possession of the ball early in the game.
Christy Irvine kicked it down to half forward there, but again, a good tackle, and the ball comes out illegally, and Tars thump it back in towards the centre of the ground where Stephanie O'Brien runs onto it, gets a quick kick forward. Aggie Singh lurking at half forward, has a bit of space and runs around, hooks the ball around, kicks deep into the forward line. It's bouncing, but it's going to bounce over the boundary line and will be a boundary throw in the right forward pocket for Tars, who are kicking to the airport end of the ground. Nightcliff won the toss, Liz.
Yeah, so Lauren O'Shea looking like she's starting in full forward there and going to go into the ruck now. I think she might be carrying a bit of a leg injury still, which pushes Lisa Maselli up the ground a bit for Waratah.
I think that leg injury is just about perpetual, isn't it, Loz?
Poor thing, she had COVID a few weeks ago, and yeah, no, very experienced player, Loz, big game player.
So, just trying to work it out. Maselli picks it up, but she gets tackled. The ball spills out, play on's the call, and umpire's giving him plenty of time to get it out, which it does. It does come out eventually. Kiewit picks up, she gets tackled with the ball, and now she's got it caught underneath. But umpire gives her benefit of the doubt, and it'll be a ball up just outside the 50-metre arc.
Captains today, Eliza Morrison and Hannah Turnbull for Nightcliff, Lisa Roberts and Izzy Rapson for Waratah.
Kiewit wins that hit out for Tars, but cleaning up across half-back is Emily Casey for Nightcliff. She kicks it to half-forward, but Maddie Jeans is in the way there. She's controlled the ball now it breaks clear, has a shot for goal, but she's just dragged it to the left. So first score of the game is a behind to Waratah, and they've pretty much had it camped in their forward line since the outset.
Yeah, looked exciting there by Jeans, but didn't quite get it through for a major. Rhiannon Bush controlling the back line again down there today, and she'll be really important for Tigers in defence. One of the NT's most experienced players.
Yeah, her first season at Nightcliff, isn't it?
It is. She won a premiership at Palmerston a long time ago, and also at Southern Districts, but made the cross to Nightcliff. She's actually relocated to Melbourne over Christmas, but back up for finals. There she is again.
Yeah, so ball spills out in that tackle. Kiewit picks it up, gets a quick toe to it. O'Brien comes in, swoops on it. She just gets dragged down as she tried to kick the ball, and Hannah Turnbull out in front takes a good mark in defence for Nightcliff. She's looking to move the ball on quickly, grandstand side. She kicks wide. It's going to go close to the boundary line down here. It's bouncing, and Eliza Morrison might have just got a touch to it before it went over. And it was a pretty good effort, I think, and so it'll be a boundary throw in.
One player I think will be very important for Nightcliff today, Stu, Eliza Morrison. She was a bit subdued last week, and I was chatting to her this morning, and she said a lot of lessons were learnt and she's ready for a big game. Yeah,
and it looks like her and Lisa Roberts going head-to-head at this stage, which is
huge battle.
Really, but Kiewit this time picks up, kicks into space in the forward line. Turnbull's out in front if the ball bounces for her, and it does. She picks up nicely and runs away to the outer side where there's a lot more space again. The kick's going too wide though on this occasion, and it'll go over the boundary line, and that'll be a Waratah free kick.
Good crowd in today, Stu, and beautiful conditions. A bit warm out there, humid, but the ground looks magnificent after a fair bit of rain at the start of the year.
It does, and so the warm temperature isn't just confined to the midday games. It's still 33 and feels like 40 sort of thing starting this game, but it should cool off a little bit as the game progresses. So, that's just the way it is in Darwin at this time of year. So Hatzimalis wins that hit out for Nightcliff, but plenty of pressure around the ball, and Tars looking to work it out. They do now. That's nicely done by Jeans again with the hand pass across. Kick goes inside forward 50 and comes out again. Lisa Roberts this time just thumps it high inside the forward 50. Aggie Singh under that almost took the mark, but just spilled out, and Nightcliff defence again working overtime. Morrison, good handball backwards to her teammate Taylor Kickett, who kicked it straight down the middle of the ground. Running onto it down there was Amy Pittman, but couldn't pick it up cleanly, and again a pack of players, umpires giving them time to get it out, and they do again eventually. So it's good umpiring so far in the game, and keeping the game flowing. So good defensive work, and Hunter thumps it out of there for Nightcliff, but only as far as Pluka down there, but her kick was smothered. Hand pass forward, and again just can't find the player to advantage, although Pluka kicks in this time, but Morrison's chopped it off and goes for a run, has a bounce, running forward of centre now. She kicks straight across the ground, and here's an opportunity. Some clever work down there by Pittman again, but their kick's chopped off by Rapson in defence for Waratah. She quickly goes to the outer side of the ground where Maselli takes a terrific mark, plays on straight away, kicks long down towards half forward, and she's got a player all by herself. I think that's Indiana Hughes out there, who's chipped in short, looking for Megan Hunt, but she spilt the mark unfortunately for Waratah, and Nightcliff have worked it out where Turnbull's taken the mark at half back. She kicks in, but it's chopped off this time by Nikki Watts. Watts plays on and kicks in towards half forward. A great kick, and Bree Martin on the end of that.
Great kick by Nikki Watt and a great lead by Bree Martin. She plays on quickly, but it's going to be chopped off by Hatzimalis from Nightcliff. She doesn't manage to take the mark, but manages to mop up. Eliza Morrison are going to run onto it now and clear it out for Nightcliff.
So it's kicked it out into space in front of her teammate out here, Dads. Dads under pressure, got a kick forward. Now a willing contest as Lauren Gooden came in hard and made the contest, but saw the ball forced out over the boundary line for another throw-in. Yeah,
great pressure as we just watched the replay there by Kiewit, one of the young guns of the competition, and coming up to the 8-minute marker, this first quarter, Stu, and just the single solitary point scored so far.
Yeah, it's a real arm wrestle so far, but hopefully it opens up a bit as the game wears on. So Hughes gets the kick forward for Tars. Aggie Singh trying to force it forward, but chopped off in defence, and there's a hat form on the ground.
I think one of the umpires has lost their hats. Don't see that too often.
Thought someone had thrown in the towel.
So a free kick to Waratah here right in front of their interchange bench, and it is Lisa Roberts who will take that, one of the legends of a territory footy.
Kicks long inside forward 50, but standing strong. That's a terrific defensive mark by Matisse Hunter, and she kicks straight up the ground, but that's not particularly well defended and chopped off by Joe Guthridge. So Guthridge just inside the centre square, looking to kick straight down the ground, but the players were behind on that occasion, and but the ball's fallen to the ground. Aggie Singh works it out nicely to Bronte Gaynor, but Gaynor got caught with the ball. Aggie Singh comes in and makes the tackle now. Play on's the call again, and hoofed off the ground by Rhiannon Bush.
Ooh.
Kicking in danger's paid. It looked like it was out in the open, and anyway, it's a Maselli free kick about 40 metres out from goal, and if anyone in the game could kick a goal from here, you would think it would be her.
Well, she's kicked 41 this season, Stu, leading goal kicker. for Tars. Very good kick of the ball.
Just kicks it right into the goal square. Turnbull in front, just pats it out in front. There's an opportunity with the ball on the ground, but Turnbull again's got her hands on the ball, kicks it out wide. It bounces just inside the boundary line. In fact, it stays inside the field of play as it's picked up down there by O'Brien. She runs around, kicks deep in towards the goal again. It's just trickled past the defender, Sismalis, and through for a behind again for Waratah. So the breeze was going to the airport side of the ground a little bit. Really, there's not much in it. And
no, those flags aren't really flying out there. As you see, Rhiannon Bush toe poke that ball to Hatzimalis. So bringing that ball in for Nightcliff, it is a pretty still day out there.
It's a good long kick over the top and found Georgia Johnson. And Johnson just chipping it around the outer side, and Dad's out in front takes a nice mark on the run in front of the old scoreboard on the centre wing on the outer side of the ground. She again goes short, but this time chipping in for Tars was Pluka. Spilt the mark, but she's recovered well, picked up and hand passed. Oh, that kick's gone the wrong way, I think, which gives Nightcliff an opportunity to go forward on a rare occasion in the game. And nice use of the ball through the hands, and now the kick goes inside forward 50 for probably the first time, but strong defensive work down there by Rapson, and eventually Tars are able to bring it away again. Keevat in the play here, looks to hand pass to a teammate but missed the target, and Hartog comes in and picks up. She had a look and then swung around laterally, and that's a good kick down here, and it's Boltus who kicks it forward for Tars, but Bush was standing strong in defence and got the hand pass forward. Boltus involved again in a bit of a wrestle there. They couldn't get the ball out, and umpire Dean Williams comes in and we'll ball it up. So where are we? 11.5 minutes gone. So yeah, still soaking up the pressure, both defences, and Nightcliff in particular, but the hand pass forward by Simmons finds the teammate, but a quick kick is chopped off by Indiana Hughes for Tars. So Hughes chips the ball towards the 50-metre line in front. Mark couldn't be taken by Sam Clark, but the kick out was marked by Bolter. She went to play on and got caught with the ball, and she'll be penalised here. Yes,
she thought it was a mark, but great pressure there.
Just thought she was free, I think. But,
by Jackie Onion Smith. Gets it into Eliza Morrison, and this will be probably almost the last charge. Nightcliff try and get that goal on the board. Good running there by Lauren Gooding, but the ball's just gone a little bit past her. No hands in the back. She gets the kick away into the forward line. Oh, some great work there, and Eliza Morrison's going to receive a handball and have a shot on goal, but it's going to miss It's going to miss everything, Stu.
Yeah, just to the left of the behind post there, but a good build-up by Nightcliff, and still time for them to score with this stoppage deep in their forward line. So they'd be keen to get their hands on the ball this time, just trying to sort out who's doing the ruck work, and looks like it's Olivia Hatzismalis for Nightcliff and Annabelle Keevat. So they make position here. Keevat wins the hit out and then does her own roving, but couldn't take possession of the ball. Kat Simmons was in there, but she got dispossessed of the ball. Quick kick forward, and now it spills to ground, and just a wrestle for it there. Lisa Roberts, really strong work, and
Christy Irvine.
Christy Irvine.
Two of the stalwarts of the game. No, not at all. Sure. Not at all. They've been around for a long time, both of them. So great contest.
So Morrison roves the tap hit out. Pluka gets a quick kick to it, but Morrison's in the action again. She just struggling to pick up the ball under a bit of pressure there, and comes in and lays a tackle, and now the ball's caught underneath as they're trying to work it out again. Still calling play on Rapson, trying to drag it out of the pack of players, but I think eventually the umpire's going to have to ball it up here as we just tick towards the 14-minute mark. It'll have to be a quick clearance and kick for Nightcliff to score from here, and there's the hit out, but Boltus takes it for Tars, kicks out outside defensive 50, and that might be enough to save the opportunity to score as the ball's forced over the boundary line, but a free kick's been paid, and it's going to go Nightcliff.
Great tackle. So the last chance here to get a score before quarter time. Big kick
I know.
into,
long kick.
oh, almost taken by Lauren Gooden, I think. She's going to get a free kick.
Paid here,
Yeah. See Rhiannon Bush having a break on the bench there. So Lauren is a good kick at the ball, Stu. She's
gone back pretty confidently.
Yeah, can make the distance. Just needs the accuracy.
Kicks on its way. She just pushed it across the face of goal and it's going to fall short. It's loose on the ground now. Again, an opportunity picked up by Irvine down there. Gets a quick kick around the corner. It's loose at the top of the goal square. Now picked up and, great tackle laid and holding the ball's paid. And some strong defensive work from Nightcliff as the siren goes to end the first quarter, which didn't produce any goals, but plenty of action and just some opportunities that weren't taken and some strong defensive work. So
yeah, just a real grind, Stu. So the score at quarter time is Waratah, just the two behinds to Nightcliff yet to score. We'll take a break for quarter time and be back very soon.
You know Territorians are a hardy bunch. Hats off to you. Whether you're new or you've been here forever, we know what the weather can throw at us. That's why TIO Home Insurance covers your home for cyclone, storm surge and flood. It's good to know. And with the only contact centre, claims team and assessors based in the Territory, we're here when you need us most. TIO, we're for Territorians.
Escape the everyday, any day. Book your stay today. At Mindle Beach Casino Resort.
Time to escape, 'cause I'm in need of warmer weather. Sail upon the stream to find there's someplace better, and I'm going far and wide.
Great Northern Brewing Co., the beer from up here.
Kazali's Palmerston Club. Come and check out our cafe, open 7 days a week. Our kids club is open Wednesday to Sunday nights, including weekend lunchtime. Enjoy hot meals with nightly specials at the bistro or cold drinks at the sports bar. Feeling lucky? Have a go at the latest machines in our gaming lounge or grab your mates for a round of pool. Family gatherings or casual meetings, we have something for everyone. Kazali's Palmerston Club, making a difference.
Love exploring the Territory? If you do, it's good to know that with TIO Comprehensive Car Insurance, if you have an accident covered by your policy, we're here to help with the reasonable costs of towing, as well as your additional emergency accommodation and travelling costs. So get out there and explore. Get a quote today. TIO, we're for Territorians.
Escape the everyday, any day. Book your stay today. At Mindle Beach Casino Resort.
AFL Northern Territory would like to remind spectators that congregating at the team huddles is not permitted during the breaks.
Well, quarter time here on the main field. 2 points to Waratah. Nightcliff still on 0. Do make sure that you get your tickets. They are on sale now for the grand final next weekend. You can get your tickets pre-sale and save yourself some time on the day. Make sure to tune in to AFLNT live stream on the 2021-2022 Nichols Medal presented by Gazali's Palmerston Club tomorrow night at 6:30. Head to aflnt.com.au for the link.
Welcome back to TIO Stadium in Darwin for the second quarter of the Women's Premier League preliminary final for 2021-22. And Stu Davis, a bit of a grind that first quarter with just the 2 points scored.
Yeah, real arm wrestle, although Waratah had the territorial advantage for most of the game, although Nightcliff finished with the ball in their forward 50 for the last few minutes, but neither side obviously were able to get a goal on the board. But yeah, real arm wrestle, and of course the winner of this game goes on to the grand final next week against Darwin Buffets, who were pretty impressive last week and are a strong outfit. And so yeah, that still up for grabs. Either side could win, as Emily Casey wins the clearance for Nightcliff and kicks along inside forward 50. The ball slips over the back. Working back there was Tanya O'Hare, but the hand pass off to Pluka, but her kick was smothered, and a quick kick in towards goal. It's bouncing right to the goal line, but
good defence there by Tars.
Working back hard in defence was Goldback Agate for Waratah, and rushed through Nightcliff's first score of the game.
Izzy Rapson going to bring it in, co-captain of Waratah, very experienced player, rocking the mullet once again today. She's a former NT Thunder squad player and rep player, so yeah, very experienced in the back line there.
The kick finds Hartog, who spilt the mark but recovered well and got the kick out towards half-back where Maddie Jeans has taken the mark. She brings the ball back into the centre of the ground inside the corridor. Keevat picks it up nicely but gets tackled by Morrison, got her hand pass away, and Morrison in there again. Keevat going in. I think she's taken the legs of Morrison there, and that's the way the umpire's seen it. So Eliza Morrison kept her feet and had her legs taken, but she takes the free kick now, kicking in towards the grandstand side of the ground. Running onto it there is Mollier for Nightcliff. She just paddles it in front of herself and then kicks off the ground deep into the forward line. Picked up down here nicely by Irvine, who swings around, kicks on her left foot towards goal. It's floating across the face of goal and over the top of the players competing for it there, and bounced through for a behind. So a promising start to the quarter for Nightcliff. Have had a couple of opportunities already and have levelled the scores early in the second quarter, as Rapson again runs out of the goal square, kicks wide to the outer side of the ground. No mark taken out there, but off the outside of the boot, Matisse Hunter kicks it into the forward pocket. It's hacked off the ground back into some open space where Nikki Watts takes advantage of that, picks up and kicks it outside defensive 50, but Hunter again for Nightcliff picks up and kicks along towards the top of the goal square, and a great mark taken down there. That's Anion Smith, I think, and you were saying at quarter time that you prefer her in the forward line. And
I called it, Stu. No, I was saying to you at quarter time I like Anion Smith in the forward line, and guess what? She's got the first goal on the board for Nightcliff, throws the arms up in the air, and everyone runs to get around her. That's what we were saying at quarter time, though, Stu. She's got a great kick on her. She comes from a soccer background, I'm pretty sure. But as we see, Coach Shannon Miller looking on from the bench. But, yeah, great kick in here from Hunter and mark by Anion Smith. She's just so strong.
Yeah, in between a couple of Tars players there, and just a strong mark. But yeah, great kick in, got plenty of distance, Hunter, and so Nightcliff in front for the first time in the game, and they've had it all their way so far in the few minutes that we've played in this second quarter.
They have, and I think when they're missing such a dominant player like Michaela Ward in the forward line, to have someone like Anion Smith in there is a pretty good replacement.
Speaking of Anion Smith, she's out at half forward now and just paddling the ball in front of herself, tapping it forward and toe poking it forward. Now she reaches in and picks it up, tries to break past a couple of tackles, which she does, and gets the kick in. And that's almost a throw. Play on's the call. Lisa Roberts kicks it off the ground, but not too far. And Hartog over it for Tars, picks up, hand passes backwards, and Goldback Agate gets a quick kick out, but it's picked up out wide, and Nightcliff centre the ball, but it's all Waratahs here as O'Hare traps that one and then swings around and kicks long outside defensive 50 once again, but the ball loose, and Nightcliff through Morrison with the hand pass over the top to Taylor Kickett. She kicks long into the forward line. Here's another opportunity, good in this time, but across the face of goal and through for a behind. So Waratah defence under siege early in this second quarter. And it's a bit just the reverse of what happened in the first quarter. Tars having trouble getting out of their defensive area, and Nightcliff really threatening the goals.
Well, O'Hare is loose on her own. A good kick in there by Rapson. Unable to take it, but Lisa Roberts is at the full of the ball, gets the handball out backwards and found a teammate. So should get this into O'Brien, who's got beautiful hands. She's a state league netballer from Queensland. Big, strong body as well.
She kicks down towards half forward. A good contest down there, and Patsis Morales it was on Aggie Singh, took that great mark over the top and kicks long. Took a bit of body contact as she kicked, but no problem with that. Dads comes in now, gets a quick kick forward, and Gooden lurking there, gets a hand pass back to Hunter. Monet Hunter this time kicks out wide into space inside forward 50, but running onto it for Tars was Maddie Jeans, and she goes down the middle of the ground looking for Guthridge there, and Guthridge takes a nice mark. She plays on with the hand pass now to her teammate running from behind, but the kick's misdirected and chopped off, but a good smother kept Tars in the contest down there until it's picked up, and Turnbull gets a kick forward, but only as far as Roberts, lurking a kick behind the play as we often see, and she thumps it back, but it's gone over the head of all players down there, and eventually Turnbull picks it up, gets a quick hand pass back to Georgia Johnson, who chipped it forward, and now it's Hunter kicks a high ball down towards half forward for Nightcliff. It's bouncing out near the boundary line. Tapped out in the contest, but there's a holding free kick being paid here, and it's going to go Waratah's way. The ball's been kicked away, so we'll just have to wait for that to come back. But a timely free kick for Tars in their defensive half.
Yeah, so 6.5 minute mark of the second quarter. And that score still Nightcliff 139 leading, Waratah just the two behinds. Low scoring game.
Goldback Eggett it is. She comes in and chips it around, but that's a misdirected kick, and Bush chops that one off pretty easily, then plays on straight away, chips the ball into the centre of the ground. It's a good pass finding Gooden, who's come out from half forward. Well, that's a thumping kick inside forward 50. It's gone about 60 metres and gets to the back of the pack where Pluka just paddles it away. Picked up back there by Goldback Eggett for Tars, and she clears it out of the danger area momentarily. Another strong tackle, but it's a high tackle, and this time Bronte Gaynor will take the free kick. In fact, she hand passes off to Lisa Roberts, and Roberts drills it around the outer wing. Again, it's a 2-on-2 under there, and the tackle's made and free kick's been paid, so Waratah with the free kick in front of the old scoreboard. The chip pass comes in, and that's nicely done, and Guthridge kicks the ball down towards half forward. Turnbull working hard in defence back there, but it's over the back now, and here's an opportunity for Tars if they can pick the ball up, and Maselli just had a bit of space, couldn't pick it up, but she's got some support now, and the hand pass comes out to Singh, whose kick's smothered. Some desperate defence by Nightcliff down there, and they'll win themselves a free kick for a high tackle.
Us really need Maselli and Aggie Singh to come into the game. It's 8-minute mark of the second quarter, so it's been a long time between, I was going to say scores, but they haven't actually kicked a goal yet, so really need their input.
So Turnbull was the recipient of that free kick, but Megan Hunt, lurking at the back of the pack, just looked to pass off to a teammate, but just astray, and it's bounced over the boundary line, and that'll be a Nightcliff free kick on the outer side of the ground as the ball comes back in towards the centre square. But Tars have got the numbers. Hunt got the hand pass, but umpire said it was a throw, so incorrect disposal, and Nightcliff again from half back, but it's gone into the centre of the ground. Hartog's first there for Tars. She just patted it forward on the bounce. Hand pass comes back to Goldback Eggett, but there's a sling tackle been paid, and it'll be Hartog who'll take the free kick just forward of centre for Waratah. And they'd be keen to get the ball deep in their forward line and give themselves a chance to score. Hartog kicks to half forward. Running onto it there is Guthridge. She picks it up, hand passes out wide to Hunt. Hunt running now, kicks long towards goal. There's a vacant goal square, but just off to the right and 3 for a behind, but they're on the board for the quarter, but it's Nightcliff with that 6-point lead at this stage, Liz.
Yeah, just watching Tarano here on the bench having a rest in front of those misting fans, and Shannon Miller working her bench down there for Nightcliff. The rotations are really important on a day like today, as we see Hats Mullis bring the ball in, get it to her teammate in Sam Clark, who came back into the team today, didn't play last week.
So Nightcliff have taken the ball outside of defensive 50. It's between wing and half forward on the outer side of the ground, but stacks on, and it'll be a ball up.
Just a real arm wrestle at the moment, isn't it, Stu? Bit of a stalemate. 8 points to 3, very low scoring.
Turnbull thumps the ball out of defence for Nightcliff. Lisa Roberts running back with the fight of the ball. She picks it up eventually and swings around, chips in short. That's a good pass. And Tars again on the outer side of the ground. It's a high kick. Ball's thumped forward. Diving in on the ground was Maselli. Got a hand pass out wide, but Nightcliff looked like clearing it out, but then the kick was smothered, and there's a free kick off the ball. It's going Waratah's way.
It's like Lauren O'Shea out there. Getting it in to their forward 50. Nikki Watt, is that? Looks like she's going to take a good mark.
Yeah, it is. So her kick comes into the goal square, and Maselli
from behind.
Yeah.
Well, she's such a great mark of the ball, isn't she, Stu? And from that range, I'd almost mark her down as their first goal, but I don't want to put a commentator's curse on her.
Yeah, certainly strong hands there, and she's gone back pretty confidently. She's only about 25 metres out from goal when she kicks. The kick's on the way, and no problem at all for her. And Waratah's first goal of the game on the board evens up the scores, and that's a bit of reward for them. They've had plenty of forward thrust, but haven't been able to score the majors. But this time Maselli took a strong mark and made no mistake, as we see on the replay. Yeah,
great work there by Lauren O'Shea and Nikki Watt. A couple of strong marks there, and Maselli just from behind just had an inch over Taylor kick it there. And on the left, she's kicked 41 goals going into this game, so that makes 42. She's had an outstanding season. She was an NTFL rep player earlier this year, as we see Coach Heidi Thompson explaining to Bree Martin what she wants to do next, and that sees it's even now, Stu, 1-3-9 apiece.
So from the stoppage, it's O'Brien who picks it up, tries to run away. She gets caught with the ball, but manages to get her hand pass out. Tars again get the ball back to O'Brien, but she's tackled straight away by Dads, and
I was really impressed with O'Brien this season, in the latter half of the season, the game she's been playing, but
she's a strong player. Good skills.
Yeah, great skills. And Eliza Morrison with the ball again. She's going to switch it, but I don't think that's going to come off, because Nikki Watt standing there plays on really quickly to get that ball in, and it looks like Kievert's taken the mark, and Lisa Maselli's telling her to stop. Go back and have your kick.
Yeah, again, a good build-up from Waratah. Just Morrison's kick. She had a couple of players out here, but found the Waratah player in between two of them, so Kievert doesn't look all that confident as she comes in, but kicks on the way. I don't know why she wasn't confident. That's a beautiful kick straight through, and she made the distance easily, and the accuracy was good, so come back here from Waratah after Nightcliff scored the first goal of the quarter to get themselves in front, and since then Tars have kicked the last two as we head towards 13.5 minutes in this second quarter, and it's a real contest on our hands, as we expected coming into the game, and it's just opened up a little bit in the last 5 minutes or so, and we've started to see some scoring, which is much better for all of us watching the game, of course. But
Annabelle Kievert's had a breakout season in the NTFL. She claimed the under-15 girls best and fairest Sharon Smith medal in her first season 2 years ago, and now she's an NTFL rep player and playing in final series. She's just a natural, as we see. Tars push forward again, but
great tackle by Bree Martin, but just
going to go over for a behind.
Yeah, tackled her over the line, but Stephanie O'Brien made the break and kicked long inside and put the Nightcliff defence under pressure, but they bring it in now around the grandstand side, and it's Dads who's got a bit of space there. She advances it down towards the wing. Hartog in front, couldn't take possession, picked up down there by Hughes, who got a quick kick forward. O'Brien running onto it. He's met in the contest by Georgia Johnson, but O'Brien's involved again. She got tackled with the ball. It's spilled out, and she's penalised for incorrect disposal. A great tackle by Hatsis Marlis, who's a reliable halfback for Nightcliff, doing a great job once again.
Super reliable, and her boyfriend Kieran Parnell will be playing for St Mary's later on after this game.
There's her sister tying it forward.
Family connection in the NTFL.
So quick kick forward by Monet Hunter. The Nightcliff goes just inside forward 50 near the boundary line. Picked up and kept in, and a hook around the corner by Cassie McWilliam. Gets it deep in the forward line. There's plenty of pressure down there. Great tackle by Goldback Eggett. Play on's the call, and still wrestling for the ball on the ground was Amy Pittman.
The crowd are getting right into it now too. Great tackle there.
Yep, but no free kick there. It's a ball up, and Simmons gets herself in front, wins the hit out. But there's a free kick here. It's going to be a Nightcliff free kick, and another opportunity. And I think it's Cassie McWilliam who'll take that free kick. And another exciting young player in the NTFL.
Yeah, she's been fantastic this season. She's played with Nightcliff since the under-15s back in 2017, and wouldn't it be nice if she could kick a goal just before the halftime siren?
Well, the kick looks good. It's a terrific set shot goal from about 30 out, and it was never looked like missing. So, gee, it was an arm wrestle in the first quarter. It's a bit seesawing now. As 2 goals each in this quarter, and as I said, the game's opened up a bit. The scoring's opened up, and it's pretty.
Just no eyes for the ball.
That's right. And,
there.
And McWilliam was over the ball, and as we said, a great finish. And again,
wow,
it's just a 1 point lead to Waratah as we're into time on in the second quarter. So a real contest. We see Mel Taylor sitting next door, and she'd be pretty happy with the physicality of this game, knowing that her team has to play the winner next week. Yeah,
they're up and about, the Buffett's girls, and I know they all got together today, and I'm pretty sure a lot of them would be here watching to see who they take on next week in the grand final. Eliza Morrison just putting the Jets on there and taking the ball, but her kick sort of didn't come off the boot, and Hunt's going to mop it up for Waratah.
She chips in short, and that's a good pass, and marks taken by Hunter again, and Pittman it was, kicks long down towards full forward, but Nightcliff tidying up in defence, get the ball outside defensive 50. Again, the ball on the ground, Turnbull fighting for it, and fishes the hand pass out the back, but her teammates under plenty of pressure there as the siren goes. Before anything more can happen out of that passage of play, but a much better second quarter. I think the game opened up a bit, couple of goals each, a real contest. Waratah go into the break with a 1 point lead, Liz.
Yeah, that's right. 2 goals per team. Lisa Maselli and Annabelle Keevitt, the goal kickers for Waratah, while for Nightcliff, Cassie McWilliam and Jackie Anion-Smith. A 1 point ball game at half time of this preliminary final. Don't go too far away. We'll be back for the second half very soon.
You know Territorians are a hardy bunch. Hats off to you. Whether you're new or you've been here forever, we know what the weather can throw at us. That's why TIO Home Insurance covers your home for cyclone, storm surge and flood. It's good to know. And with the only contact centre, claims team and assessors based in the Territory, we're here when you need us most. TIO, we're for Territorians.
Escape the everyday, any day. Book your stay today. At Mindle Beach Casino Resort.
Absolutely zero.
Zero.
Yeah, definitely.
It has to be 0.
Yes.
Yep.
absolutely.
I don't think that's asking too much.
Domestic violence is everybody's business.
And it's not just the physical abuse, it's the things we don't see.
It is hurting our families. It is killing our families.
A lot of people have been silent to this fact, and I think it's about time we all speak up together and say no more to this form of abuse.
No more.
No more. No more family violence.
No more to the family violence.
No more. No more.
No more.
Listen up, kids.
Make school your story.
Help you succeed and rise to glory.
Safe to go to school.
So go the distance. Attend every day. Learn and listen. School holiday rockin' with love or break.
Time with friends and family is always great.
But when it's time for school, don't get slack.
It's safe to go to school. Can't wait to get back. So don't cut corners.
Do the full term. It's safe to go to school and it's time to learn. So don't cut corners. Do the full term. Make school your story and it's time to learn.
School returns February 2021. Written and authorised by the Northern Territory Government.
Time to escape, cause I'm in need of warmer weather. Sail upon the stream to find there's someplace better. And I'm going far and wide.
Great Northern Brewing Co. The beer from up here.
At Muzzbuzz, keep cool this summer with our new range of frappes, including cookies and cream, chai and matcha. You can also enjoy our totally scrumptious range of food and snacks. Australian owned and operated. Muzzbuzz, great coffee is just the beginning.
On Territory roads, anything can happen. So you need to drive to the conditions. Speeding can get you into all sorts of trouble. Dirt roads aren't just dusty. When it's hard to see, they're dangerous. At water crossings, remember, you're driving a motor car, not a boat. High water can be deep trouble. All sorts of animals can be on the road, so watch out. And if the weather is bad, slow down, you mob. Drive to the conditions and arrive in good condition.
The time to kickstart your business is now. Get your message across with the experienced local TV production team at Kick Digital. Cost effective, rapid turnaround, exceptional service. Kick Digital, television production, energised.
CFS Schoolwear is the perfect choice for quality custom-made school uniforms. Ideal for all school-related activities. 50 or 500 students, we have what you need. Contact CFS Gear for your free CFS Schoolwear quote today.
Vaccinate. To protect our players.
To protect our coaches.
To protect our umpires.
To protect our supporters.
To protect our game.
Head to the Danila Dilba website for more information.
Getting my hands on the footy and just being with my mates.
I like being outdoors. It just makes me happy. I don't like it when I get yelled at.
It's pretty embarrassing when someone's shouting at you halfway through the game.
It makes me feel like I'm useless and I can't do anything.
We're just kids.
We're just here to have fun.
Let us do what we love.
Just let kids be kids.
Escape the everyday, any day. Book your stay today. at Mindle Beach Casino Resort. Love exploring the territory? If you do, it's good to know that with TIO Comprehensive Car Insurance, if you have an accident covered by your policy, we're here to help with the reasonable costs of towing, as well as your additional emergency accommodation and travelling costs. So get out there and explore. Get a quote today. TIO, we're for Territorians.
AFL Northern Territory would like to remind spectators that congregating at the team huddles is not permitted during the breaks.
Halftime here at TIO Stadium for the women's prelim final between Nightcliff and Waratah. Today is the day. Both teams looking for a place in the TIO NTFL Women's Premier League Grand Final happening next weekend. Tickets are now on sale for the TIO NTFL Grand Final. Get your tickets pre-sale and save yourself some time on the day. Not too far away. We're going to get underway with the second half. Head to the kiosk, grab something to eat and drink. The kiosk serves everything from hot chips, fresh pies, sandwiches, you name it, they got it. You don't want to be empty-handed for this next half of footy action.
Welcome back to TIO Stadium in Darwin for the third quarter of this preliminary final in the Women's Premier League competition between Nightcliff and Waratah. Liz Cruz and Stu Davis in the commentary box. Massive second half coming up. Stu, who will take on Darwin Buffets next week in the grand final?
That's a question to be answered, of course, and it's hard to pick from here, but both teams have had opportunities, but they just opened up a bit in the second quarter, a couple of goals each, and it'll be fascinating in the second half. Aggie Singh's been thrown into the centre of the ground. He's been pretty quiet so far today. Got a touch there, but it's Emily Casey who got the hand pass back to Nightcliff, but Hunt got it back to Singh again, and a second touch in quick succession for Singh. Gets the ball inside forward 50. Roberts down there fishes the hand pass back to Guthridge. Her quick kick goes forward where O'Brien's in front just trying to control the ball, but she's under plenty of pressure from Bush, and they wrestle the ball. It can't break free, and we'll have a ball up. So Nightcliff have advanced the ball inside their forward 50. They're about 30 metres out from their goal.
Lauren O'Shea going up in the ruck, but it is Hatzimalis that wins the tap down. Lisa Roberts has got the ball. She's been wrapped up, spills out, and Eliza Morrison gets the kick away.
Beautifully picked up down here by Gooden, who kicks the ball wide into open space. She'll hope that one of her teammates can get there, and that's what happens. But Irvine just took her eyes off the ball, but she's back in now, and this time the ball just spills out as she's tackled, and she'll be penalised. And Pluka, who's turned into a reliable defender this season for Tars, takes that free kick and kicks down towards half forward. Morrison and Maselli do battle down there, but the hand pass is flicked out to Gaynor. Gaynor kicks inside forward 50. O'Shea cleverly tapped it forward, and now an opportunity, but just slipped out of the hand.
Just half a step behind O'Brien.
Hannah Turnbull clears it out to the outer side, where going for the bounce is Andy Mollier. She lost control of the ball momentarily, but came back and kicked it inboard. The Nightcliff players almost spoilt themselves there. Morrison eventually got the hand pass, but Tars the opportunity to kick it forward, but chopped off by Bush, and she swings it out wide straight away. Looking out here for Hatzimalis, and Olivia Hatzimalis ducks one way, then the other, breaks free of a tackle, gets a kick as she's met with a pretty solid bump by Keevat, but play on's the call down at half forward. A quick kick forward by Pittman, and in the marking contest the ball slips out the back. Anion Smith now picks up. She kicks the ball inside forward 50. There's only two players there. It's a one-on-one. Some desperate defensive work, and Tars have done well to chop that one off as Rapson comes out and kicks the ball out of defence. She finds Gaynor down here. He's tackled by Morrison. Play on's the call, and quick kick forward by Hunter. Sees Anion Smith in front. She tries to back around, flicks the hand pass back out to Casey. Casey's caught with the ball, and the tackle was held too long, and Emily Casey will take that free kick 50 metres out from goal. She's hand passing off now to Anion Smith. Anion Smith kicks long down towards the top of the goal square. It's jumper being held down there. Play on's the call, but Pluka overran it and picked up a quick kick towards goal. It's just missed to the near side. And the scores are level once again. Yeah,
2-4-16 apiece. We're at the three and a half minute mark of the third quarter. You can see Shannon Miller, the Nightcliff Tigers coach, on the bench there, working hard. Great to have two female coaches as well out there today, Stu, and there's another one in the grand final. All female coaches in the NTFL.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Final series, yeah.
So Georgia Kennedy takes that mark and thumps it back inside forward 50, but Tars again strong in defence, and Jeans it is who hand passed and then regathered herself, then got caught with the ball, tackles, hand passes over her head in the tackle, and ball spills on the ground. Rapson goes flying over the boundary line as the ball goes with her, and it'll be a boundary throw-in once again.
Well, they call the third quarter the premiership quarter, and I feel like the game is going to break open fairly soon, Stu, or I hope it does. So, yeah.
So, another shot there, Heidi Thompson on the bench. Just looking at the subtle differences they can make to get the advantage, but it's all got to happen on the field. The ball's wrapped up, and we'll have another ball up.
Yeah, Heidi and Shannon, two very highly qualified, probably the most highly qualified coaches in the NT, so in good hands, both of these teams.
So Gooden runs onto that one, gets the kick as she's tackled. Onion Smith in the marking contest couldn't take the ball spills to the ground, and Rapson now comes away from that pack of players, gets the hand pass out, and Tars again out of defence, and the ball slips over the top. Aggie Singh tries to go with one hand, couldn't take it, but quick kick forward by Roberts, but it's only as far as Hunter down here. Hunter is sat on her back as she kicked the ball, and it'll be a free kick down the field for that one. And Matisse Hunter having a really strong game today for Nightcliff, and it's going to be Emily Casey who'll take the free kick downfield just outside forward 50 for Nightcliff. She runs parallel to the player on the mark. Her kick just dropped a bit short, and now a chance running onto it down there was Amy Pittman, but just skirted around the back and gave Tars the opportunity. Hartog clears out, but Bush was standing there, positioned herself well and took the intercept mark. Bush now kicks out wider inside forward 50. The marking effort by McWilliam just spoilt, and now the kick comes to half forward. Morrison traps it with her boot, but Hartog does well to clear out of defence, and she finds Nikki Watts on the outer side of the ground, and Tars the chance to come out of their defensive half for almost the first time in the quarter as the kick comes forward, but this time it's chopped off by Morrison again for Nightcliff. She plays on, has a bounce, and now kicks long to centre half forward. She's got free players out here. The mark's taken by Gigi Dad's out here. She's got a free player on the outside if she wants to go that way. She tried to. The attempt to kick off the ground by Pluka missed, and it's picked up. Quick kick forward towards goal. It's going to go all the way through, and that was Cassie McWilliam again for Nightcliff. A great finish, and some good work there. Just unfortunately for the Waratah defender, Pluka tried to kick off the ground, had an air swing, and that gave Nightcliff the opportunity. As we look at the replay here, Liz, and
just tried to kick it with her foot instead of get down low, and great hands to get it off there. McWilliam just kicking through the hands of two Waratah players to get that goal, and Jackie Onion Smith runs in with the high fives. As we said earlier, McWilliams played with Nightcliff since under 15s back in 2017, and just goes to show, Stu, how good their women's football program's been over the last few years, and they've progressed a lot of their juniors now through to senior football.
Yeah, well, that's right, and it was Georgia Johnson involved, but with the quick hands there, she's another one of those coming through. So, and she's in the middle now, but it's Tars who win the clearance again this time, down to half forward. Guthridge traps the ball, tries to get the hand pass back, but plenty of pressure on. Maselli working hard in there as also. O'Shea over the ball, picks it up now, tries to wrestle it free, but can't do so, and it'll be a ball up just at the front edge of the centre square in Nightcliff's forward zone. Good work by Guthridge to get it out here to O'Brien. O'Brien, quick kick forward. Bit of interference in the contest there, and it's going to be a free kick to Maselli for Waratah.
Yeah, really clever by Maselli there. Front position, just got the little hands in the back, and she'll take a free kick pretty much out in front, maybe 40, 45 metres due, and she can kick these. She's got some heavy strapping on the right leg, but she's a left footer.
So powerful kick. It's going to go all the way to the line. Just Turnbull was back there, got her hands to the ball, and managed to touch it through for a behind.
So Nightcliff 3-4-22, leading Waratah 2-5-17 at the 8.5 minute mark of the third quarter.
Ball slips over the back. Casey runs in, but there's a whistle on the play, and it's a Nightcliff free kick here. And it's going to be Hunter who'll take that free kick for front on contact in the marking contest. Monet Hunter kicks the ball around the wing. Lisa Roberts swooping around the back, picks up nicely and then ducks back inside, kicks on the left foot back into the centre square. But ball couldn't be trapped, picked up cleanly there, and Emily Casey does some good work, dodges around a couple, gets a quick kick forward. Pluka just chopping in across half back there, got a hand pass forward, but McWilliam chopped it off and now kicks inside forward 50, and we've got a one-on-one battle once again. Baltus and Simmons down there, and coming into support is Gooden, and she hooks around the corner and kicks the goal, so they're getting pretty excited in the crowd and on the ground.
Are they ever? Getting very noisy out there.
And a couple of goals to Nightcliff, so that's in fact the last 3 of the game, and they've just put a bit of space between themselves and Waratahs early in this third quarter.
Yeah, just watch the replay here, and Waratah just unable to pick up the ball, and Lauren Gooden just swoops in and picks it up, and great goal sense to chuck it on the right and get that through, and isn't she pumped?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, clean hands, and just gave herself some space, kicked around the corner and kicked truly. It was a great finish.
Yeah, so Nightcliff now 4-4-28 leading Waratah 2-5-17, probably the biggest margin of the game. Stu, 11 points.
Of course, Waratah finished minor premiers and had that hiccup last week against Buffalo, so they're got their nose in front now, and they obviously have the confidence to stay there, but Tars have been right in the contest all day as Watts gets a quick kick forward. Maselli diving onto that one. Now she's caught with the ball underneath her. She could be in trouble, but not penalised, and it'll be a ball up right in the centre of the ground.
Lauren O'Shea and Hatzamalis going up again in the ruck, having a really good battle today. Nightcliff going to clear that out to the scoreboard wing.
So Georgia Kennedy got that clearing kick out there. Hunter out there doing some work again. Looks to hand pass back inboard, but it's chopped off by Gaynor, who hand passes back to Hughes. Hughes gets a quick kick forward under some pressure. The ball spills out the back, and an opportunity for Nightcliff again to bring the ball away. But the kick's gone into the centre of the ground where Goldback Eggett's got plenty of space all by herself. She picks up, kicks long forward for Tars. The ball slips over the back. There's a free kick. Down the ground, is it?
It's come from a long way away. Umpires today, John T. Beard, Dean Williams and Josh Cooper. It'll be a free kick. They're both indicating a different way, but Aggie Singh's got the ball.
Singh, yeah.
Her legs are very heavily strapped today. I'm wondering if she's a bit injured. But she's played 100 games already in her career, and I wouldn't have thought she would miss this, Stu.
No, they need her to get into the game, that's for sure. And her kick's on the way, looks good, no problem at all. And so Waratah have just pegged one back there after Nightcliff kicked the first 2 of the quarter. And again, a strong kick, good finish by Aggie Singh. And as I was saying, she's one of those players that Tars really need to get into the game and start getting her hands on the ball.
Yeah, just watching the replay here. She's super exciting. She spent a bit of time down in Essendon into the VFLW team, and was a rep game player for the NTFL this season. And she looks toward the crowd where she's got lots of family members sitting and pulls on the jumper, saying how much it means to her to play for Waratah. She's very much loved down there at Tars at Gardens Oval, and the score now back to 5 points. Nightcliff 4-4-28 leading Waratah 3-5-23.
Hatzamalis won the hit out and then got a toe poke forward to push the ball down towards Nightcliff's half forward area. But now Casey with the quick kick forward for Nightcliff. The ball comes to ground in front of the pack. Pittman swooping on this one, tries to break the tackle. Gaynor makes that tackle. The ball spills out. Rapson first there for Tars, but under plenty of pressure from Pittman again. Hand passes back. Hunter swings the ball around the corner, and Cassie McWilliams involved there, just couldn't take the mark and then went to ground. Now fighting for the ball on the ground. Casey swings the ball forward, but Tars get the clearing kick, and now some good hands by O'Brien running through the centre of the ground, then kicks the ball down towards half forward with Kivitz under a bit of pressure. Aggie Singh comes in to assist, but Turnbull, strong in defence for Nightcliff, picks up and just hacks the ball out. The ball slips past Hatzamalis there, and not Tars again. Kick the ball out into some open space. It's out near the boundary line. It's going to go close. Wasn't kept in, I don't think. We'll just see if this. I think it's going to be a boundary throw in. So
probably should have let it go. It would have been a free kick to Nightcliff there. Sophie Hatzamalis. Nevertheless, it's a boundary throw in right in front of the Waratahs bench.
So from that stoppage, the ball comes forward. Hunt ducks down, ferrets the ball out, looking there for Hughes, but Hughes laid the tackle and will be rewarded. She hand passes off to Roberts quickly, and Roberts kicks the ball along. O'Shea's in the action, so too was Maselli down there, but play on's the call as the ball hits the ground. O'Shea tries to ferreted out, looking there to get the ball to sing, but Nightcliff have done well. Bush gets a quick kick out, but it's trapped down here by Hunt. She goes on the left foot across towards centre half forward. The ball bouncing in space as the players run onto it. It's Johnson who's caught with the ball but gets a hand pass out. Gaynor comes in for Tars, gets a quick hand pass, and now Rapson all the way down in the forward line doing some work there, but she's kicked it forward while the Nightcliff player had hands on the ball, and Georgia Johnson just clears the ball out wide there where Pittman's made some ground and advances down looking for Morrison, but she's beaten in a one-on-one contest this time by Goldback Eggett, who kicks forward and finds Maselli just outside forward 50 for Tars. She goes quickly and long looking for O'Shea. The ball slips over the back. Aggie Singh had plenty of space, threw it on the boot, and
there's been an advantage play on by the umpire. So I'm not sure if it's downfield or I thought they were indicating advantage play on.
Well, she kicked the goal, so you would have thought the advantage would have been paying the goal, but it's going to be...
She's going to have to take her kick again from point blank, pretty much point blank range, top of the goal square.
You wouldn't think it'd be a problem for Aggie from here. She's pretty casual in her approach, and she's missed.
She's hit the post. Well,
perhaps a bit too casual with her approach.
No advantage there at all for Waratah. And that would have really made the game interesting. Nightcliff 4-4-28 leading Waratah 3-6-24 led off there for the Tigers.
So the ball outside defensive 50 for Nightcliff now, and quick hack off out of the ground by Hunter, sees the ball go close to the boundary line. It's kept in play initially by Dads, but then it's bounced over the line and out of bounds. So we're into time on in this third quarter. It's a 4-point ball game, and a really interesting, exciting contest here as both teams really striving for that win to get themselves into the grand final next week, as Morrison gets a hand pass over the top, but picked up down there by Johnson again for Nightcliff. She thumps the ball around the wing. Out in front is McWilliam. She's caught with the ball. Play on's the call as Jeans picks it up and thumps it forward, but coming in for Nightcliff is Hunter again, kicks long down towards forward. Oh, McWilliam, what a mark. Play on's the call.
Pay that umpire.
Oh, she's paying it now.
Paid it.
Oh, it's a
siren. 3 grabs, but wowee, what a mark. Well, 3-quarter time, a siren, and it is a 4-point ball game. Nightcliff 4-4-28. Leading Waratah 3-6-24. Stu, a massive last quarter coming up.
Absolutely, looking forward to it. It's been tight all day, and I imagine it'll stay that way, and so it's just a matter of who gets their nose in front at the end. But a great contest here, and looking forward to the last quarter.
You know Territorians are a hardy bunch. Hats off to you. Whether you're new or you've been here forever, we know what the weather can throw at us. That's why TIO Home Insurance covers your home for cyclone, storm surge and flood. It's good to know. And with the only contact centre, claims team and assessors based in the Territory, we're here when you need us most. TIO, we're for Territorians.
Escape the everyday, any day. Book your stay today at Mindle Beach Casino Resort.
Time to escape, 'cause I'm in need of warmer weather. Sail upon the stream to find there's someplace better, and I'm going far and wide.
Great Northern Brewing Co., the beer from up here.
Kazali's Palmerston Club. Come and check out our cafe, open 7 days a week. Our kids club is open Wednesday to Sunday nights, including weekend lunchtime. Enjoy hot meals with nightly specials at the bistro or cold drinks at the sports bar. Feeling lucky? Have a go at the latest machines in our gaming lounge, or grab your mates for a round of pool. Family gatherings or casual meetings, we have something for everyone. Kazali's Palmerston Club, making a difference.
Love exploring the territory? If you do, it's good to know that with TIO Comprehensive Car Insurance, if you have an accident covered by your policy, we're here to help with the reasonable costs of towing, as well as your additional emergency accommodation and travelling costs. So get out there and explore. Get a quote today. TIO, we're for Territorians. Escape the everyday, any day.
Book your stay today. At Mindle Beach Casino Resort.
AFL Northern Territory would like to remind spectators that congregating at the team huddles is not permitted during the breaks.
Well, the fourth quarter's about to get underway. If we can please clear the field, as it is a very, very close game. And Nightcliff in the lead on 28, Waratah on 24. As the fourth quarter, we are going to find out who is going through to the grand final very, very shortly.
Welcome back to TIO Stadium in Darwin for the final quarter of the 2021-22 TIO NTFL Women's Premier League preliminary final between Nightcliff and Waratah. A 4-point ball game on our hands. Nightcliff just with their nose in front going into the last quarter. Stu, a massive last quarter coming up. Who will take on Buffs in the grand final next week?
That's right. Season on the line for both sides, and there'll be nothing holding back nothing in this last quarter as Nightcliff seemed to have the momentum, but Tars hit back, and then obviously that missed opportunity by Aggie Singh that could have put him in front, but it's anyone's game still. Obviously at the start of the final quarter, as there's a wrestle for the ball in the middle. Roberts with her nose over it. It spills out to Kiewit. The free kick going to Lisa Roberts here for Waratah. She's got a runner out wide. She ignores that one, and there's a 50-metre penalty being paid here. So this will give Tars the early advantage. It'll march Lisa Roberts down well inside forward 50, you would think.
It's not what you want to be giving away in preliminary finals in the last quarter, Stu, 50 metres. So
this tight.
Not to Lisa Roberts either, who's a stalwart of the game. Multiple medalist up here. Huge kick. It's going to go through hands right on the line. So Waratah with a point on the board, drawing that margin back to 3 points.
So Nightcliff go to the outer side of the ground. Nice mark taken out there by Johnson. Johnson kicks the ball around the outer side where Hunter runs onto it. Monet Hunter gets it over the top, but good defensive work again by Wattsford Tars, and Kiewit with the opportunity in the centre of the ground. She kicks the ball down towards half forward. It's inside the forward 50. Some strong body work down there by O'Brien. She picks up, runs around now, swings back the other way, back into trouble, and her kick forward is chopped off in defence. And
Talia Taylor kick it with the white zinc on her nose there, kicking it out to a teammate,
Georgia Johnson.
Yep, in the number 15.
And her kicks found Eliza Morrison around that outer side. So
I'd love to know how many Ks Eliza's done after this game. She's been everywhere today. We know she's super fit, but her kick's just been turned over there to Annabelle Kiewit. She's been good today, Stu.
Yeah, she's been very good. It was a bit quieter last week, but Yeah, terrific game. And
Miss
Sally
Sally
in front takes the mark and plays on straight away, as she often does. But that wasn't her best kick. Oh, the tackle's laid there, and that's Sam Clark caught with the ball, and Waratah free kick at half forward. It's Nikki Watts who'll take the free kick. She's got a free player forward, and that's Aggie Singh finds her. She plays on straight away, hooks around the corner.
Get out of town. What a goal.
What a finish after missing the one from 10 metres out on no angle. She's taken no time at all there, hooked around the corner and put Waratah back in front. So
she's not her normal usual running self today, like we see. She's got the legs strapped up there, but that is a sensational goal. Great lead up here, Lisa Maselli with the strong hands and plays on really quickly to get that ball in. Great tackle there by Nikki Watt. She's been good today. She's had her hand in a couple of goals and been really good for Tars. But yeah, great kick out to Aggie Singh, and watch this. Couldn't do this if you tried. Loves it. So the score now, Waratah have hit the lead, 4-7-31 to Nightcliff, 4-4-28. And I just feel, Stu, that Nightcliff have come out a bit flat-footed in this last quarter, and they've just lost Olivia Hatzamala. She's gone off the ground injured as well.
So Kiewit again with another important touch, kicks the ball inside forward 50. O'Brien in front down there against Turnbull, just trying to trap the ball. Eventually she makes some space for a teammate, Watts. Watts kicks off the outside of the boot, kicks in towards goal, but it's running across goal and picked up by Emily Casey down there, and she kicks out wide and finds Hunter out at half-back. Hunter just settles things down a bit. Morrison running forward, calling for the ball, but Hunter's going to go longer than that and straighter down the ground. The ball slips over the back. Pluka down there, hands on the ball, a quick kick forward by Lisa Roberts once again, but Martin flicks out the hand pass, but incorrect disposal is the umpire's call, and Eliza Morrison will take the free kick just backward of centre wing. She chips to a player forward of her in Hunter, and Hunter takes the mark. She wastes no time, centres the ball back in towards the middle of the ground where Hatzis is lurking. She gets a hand pass back to Dads. Dads, a quick kick forward, and running onto it down there is Gooden again, who kicks long down towards full forward. Rapson running back with the ball, chasing towards the pocket there. It comes off her boot, I think, and has gone out of bounds on the full, according to the goal umpires trying to call that.
Yeah.
So
Amy Pittman walking over, wanting to take that free kick. I'm not sure why she's lining up that way.
She's obviously wanting to centre the ball and does so.
Oh, and yeah, Eliza Morrison just takes it on her chest right in front of goal. She must have known what she was doing. We didn't know what she was doing.
Izzy Rapton was 10 metres inside the boundary. And,
I thought she was kicking the wrong way. So Eliza Morrison having a shot on goal to put the Tigers back in front.
Kicks on the way now. She likes it. It's gone through, and it is Nightcliff back in front.
A set play, Stu. Oh, Eliza Morrison in the number 7. She's been everywhere today, and she's got a goal. So kicked straight to her at the top of the goal square.
Yeah, she made the ground up from the midfield and just gave an option over the back of the pack of players there and took the mark, and then settled and kicked the set shot goal. So she'd be really happy with that as we tick over 6 minutes in this final quarter, and Nightcliff get their noses back in front in what has been a real seesawing game all day. So play on's the call now, and Maselli hits the ground, but Morrison's in there again, picks up, gets a quick kick forward, but only as far here as Hartog for Tars. Hartog on the left foot goes out wide towards the wing. Hunter's first there for Tars, but nicely picked up and hand passed by Hunt, but her teammate, that's almost a deliberate tap out of bounds, I would have thought, and that's the way it's been paid. So goes against Hunter this time, and it's Megan Hunt take the free kick. She runs inside the boundary, is called to play on, and strong
Nikki
mark
Watt,
in front.
she's having a blinder today. Great work.
So played on her, kick was smothered.
Except for that one.
Singh got the hand pass forward, and Gaynor tackled with the ball. It's pretty strong in the contest at the moment. As here's an opportunity for Kirsty Irvine. She's caught with the ball, gets a hand pass forward just inside the boundary line. She's got her nose over it again. Fished out there, and a quick kick forward by Johnson for Nightcliff, but swooping around the back for Tars was Baltus, and hand pass forward, then got it back herself and kicks long down towards half forward. Involved in the play down there was Brianna Martin, but she just couldn't get her hands on the ball, and a quick kick comes out. Hatsis Marlis over it, gets a quick kick forward, and it's a foot race out here. Pluker and Dads. Dads just pushes Pluker out of the way, allowing her teammate to come in and get a quick kick forward, but it's scrambling forward now. Gooden thumps the ball high towards centre half forward. Roberts going back there, but there's a holding free kick going Nightcliff's way, and it's going to be Amy Pittman.
Well,
here.
I'm eating my words, Stu. I said Nightcliff were a bit flat in the first minute, but the intensity has just gone up here. The 8-minute mark of the final quarter in this prelim. 3 points lead to Nightcliff.
So Pittman has a player on the lead. It goes over her head and now bounces down towards the forward pocket, where running back with it for Tars was Joanna Baltus, and she sees it over the boundary line for a boundary throw in about 10 metres around from the Nightcliff.
Michaela Ward on the bench there for Nightcliff. She's in plaster and she's got her head in her hand. She doesn't know what's going to happen here, and I'm pretty sure if they're in a grand final next week, she'll take that plaster off, Stu, and be on the ground.
Yeah, I'm sure she's keen to have a crack at it, but Rapson tried to burst through there, got caught with the ball, and will be a ball up again inside forward 50 for Nightcliff at the airport end of the ground. Josh Cooper throws the ball up. Hatsis Marlis thumps it forward for Nightcliff over the back. Hartog's first there. She taps it out to the advantage of her teammates, and now they're just looking to get their hands on the ball. Baltus does well, picks it up, ducks back around, and then kicks long out of the defensive area. That's front on contact there, and Indiana Hughes will take that free kick for Tars.
They need to move it here and get a goal if they want any chance of winning the game.
So she hand passed off to Baltus, who ducked back inside, kicked the ball inside the centre square, but some clever work down there by Mollier for Nightcliff, but her kick's astray, and Roberts tidying up at the back, goes on the left out towards the boundary here. Caught with the ball was Simmons, and didn't dispose of it properly, and Joanna Baltus, another free kick, just had some really important touches in the last couple of minutes as she kicks along the boundary line. Reaching over the top was Aggie Singh, but could only get her hand to the ball and knock it out of bounds for a boundary throw-in.
Both teams making a number of rotations on the bench down there for the last gasp of this last quarter preliminary final. Just 3 points the difference. Who's going to take it?
So it's Simmons and O'Shea doing the ruck work, but the ball comes forward. Roberts caught in the tackle, gets a hand pass out. Now an opportunity for Bush for Nightcliff. Gets the hand pass up to Mollier. Mollier swings back around, kicks inside forward 50. McWilliam gets a hand to the ball, but couldn't control it. Now it's picked up down there by Irvine. She's caught with the ball, and the ball spills out. Play on's the call, and Tars clear it out of defence again, and a nice mark taken by Megan Hunt at half back. She swings around, kicks long, looking to get it to Kiewit, who's out in front, takes a mark. Unfortunately, lost her footing, was about to run off, but she's still got the mark. There's a 50-metre penalty being paid. And so
massive 50-metre penalty call late in this last quarter.
Kiewit really
That's a big
keen to get
52.
there. I think Kiewit's measuring it out, and so she'll have a set shot for a goal. She kicked one from here in the second quarter. Almost the same position, and she'll be kicking from about 30 metres out directly in front. So comes in now, kicks on the way. It's going right to the line. It's going all the way through, and they're celebrating in the forward line for Waratah as they snatch the lead back in this preliminary final. And that's a great finish by Kiewit. Took a terrific mark, and on the back of some great defensive work by Joanna Baltus on a couple of occasions, and then that long kick from Megan Hunt, of course.
She's had a great second half in this game, Megan Hunt. Really gotten into it with some important touches. But yeah, Kiewit, she's just a natural, beautiful footballer. She's only 16 or 17 years of age, and just love the way she plays. And wow, kicking a goal to put her team 3 points in front late in this quarter. You can see Heidi Thompson and her assistant Shorty working the board there. Not too long to go in this last quarter. Stress levels would be high.
They are here.
I'm standing up. I'm going to stand up for the last 5 minutes.
So Hunter
Getting right into it.
with the kick forward, but the ball spills free. O'Brien trying to trap it, picked up by Goldback-Eggett. She gets a quick kick forward as she's tackled. The hand pass comes out. Goldback-Eggett again swings around the kick down towards centre half forward over the back. Aggie Singh. O'Brien gets her hands on the ball. It slips out again. She picks it up now. No, she doesn't. It slips out again. She gets a hand pass forward. Aggie Singh around the corner, kicks towards goal. Working back there was Hannah Turnbull. Got her hands to the ball. Couldn't take the mark, but forced it through for a rush behind, which is just as good at this stage of the game. And she brings the ball back into play quickly and finds Eliza Morrison in the back pocket. We're hitting the 13-minute mark of this final quarter. Of course, we play 15 plus time on, and there won't be too much time on. Goldback-Eggett gets a kick in. Oh, that was
that's got to be a free.
A bit dangerous, I would have thought. With
bit silly
Hunt.
too when you're winning the game and it was going into your forward line. So Rhiannon Bush will take a free kick there, but she's getting up slowly, but she needs to get a wiggle on. Not too much time left. Very experienced player, Rhea.
So she finds Dad's out wide.
Actually going to come off. She's not looking too good.
So Tars have got players back behind the ball as the ball slips over the top now. Running onto it down there for Tars was Emily Casey. She picks it up. She's caught with the ball and is going to be penalised. And that's a great tackle by Lisa Roberts for Tars.
How's the momentum swing from Nightcliff? I thought there a minute ago Nightcliff had it, and now Tars have got the momentum swing, but it's a foot race here for the ball.
It is. It was a dangerous kick by Roberts. It looked like Nightcliff had the advantage there, but no, they're going to get it back again here.
Oh.
Casey comes in and takes the mark. Is Gooden screaming for the ball out wide here, and Casey runs on and now kicks high, but that's given the Tars defenders time to go. Oh, what a mark by Gooden. Plays on straight away, kicks long to the goal square. Over the top, the mark couldn't be taken. Rapson in front, taps it forward. Hatzis hands it back around the corner. Again, McWilliam into the goal square. The ball's loose, and O'Hare.
Wow, great defence for Waratah.
Ball out of there, and Brittany Roberts.
Oh, he's paid holding the ball. Free kick to Nightcliff.
And a 50-metre penalty for throwing the ball away. Oh,
wow.
High drama here at TIO Stadium. And
unbelievable
this is a certain goal for Eliza Morrison from the goal line. And she'll be happy to wind the clock down now to take her kick. It's amazing stuff.
Unbelievable. And Lisa Roberts for Waratah is just shaking her head. Can't believe what just happened. And Nightcliff are back in the lead at the 15-minute mark of this last quarter. A 2-point lead. 6-4-40 leading Waratah 5-8-38. Unbelievable scenes.
Amazing stuff. 2 goals each in this quarter, so you'd expect maybe 2 minutes to go in the game, and Waratah are going to have to win the clearance and get the ball forward, but the game has swung so many times, it's hard to know how it's going to finish. But Nightcliff, with their noses in front, of course, have got the advantage now late in this fourth quarter as we wait for the restart, and it's Keevat doing the ruck work for Nightcliff.
Buffs coach Melinda Taylor sitting not too far at me, looking at me. She doesn't know who her team's going to take on next week right now. Nikki Watt clearing the ball out for Waratah, looking for Martin, front position, and what a great mark. Very experienced player, Brady moves it on really quickly to Aggie Singh. Ball hits the deck though.
Ball loose on the ground. Maselli was in there. O'Brien just hacks it out wide, hoping for a teammate to get on the end of it. Goldback-Eggett gets a hand pass across to Singh. Singh hand passes to herself. The ball spills out. Hunter across there, trying to fish it out. She does eventually to Dads. Dads gets a quick kick high in the air. Pluka going back with the flight of the ball, but Gooden also in the contest, taps it forward for Nightcliff, running off of half-back. Some good work down here by Maddie Jeans. She looked to be pushed. She comes back and lays the tackle on.
What a tackle.
Cassie McWilliam, and Jeans will take the free kick, but she's got to move the ball on quickly from here. There's plenty of players in front of her as she kicks it in down towards half forward for Waratah. Lisa Roberts taps it forward. Maselli picks up, tries to hook the kick around the corner. Singh in the contest, and Hatzis gets it back here. But Lisa Roberts is going to get caught with the ball. She gets thumped in the tackle. Play on's the call. Goldback Agate working in hard there. There's plenty of Nightcliff defenders back there as they hack it out. They've got only one player forward with the ball, and Pluka picks it up for Tars. She thumps it back in towards half forward, and Hunter stands tall, takes the intercept mark at centre half back for Nightcliff, and now waits while she gets some players in some space. She's got one out wide, and that's a good pass.
Unbelievable. 17 minutes and 15 seconds into this last quarter, and another 50-metre penalty to Nightcliff's going to bring them right up to the 50-metre line. And look at the crowd. Unbelievable.
Well, you've got to think that's going to be the ball game, don't you? With 17 and a half minutes gone, Nightcliff have got it at centre half forward. They hold a 2-point lead, and
I don't even barrack for either of these teams, Stu. And there's the siren. 2-point win to Nightcliff, and they live to fight another day and take on Darwin Buffets in next week's grand final. Probably fitting, Stu. They've been the top team all year, but what a fight by Waratah.
Absolutely, and of course will be Nightcliff's first ever grand final in the Women's Premier League. They played finals for the first time last season and have deservedly made their way to a grand final this year. A fantastic contest, could have gone either way, and Nightcliff have just held on in the end and won by 2 points. Just as you see we see the two coaches shaking hands down here. A lot of respect for each other.
And as you said, Nightcliff went through a period where they didn't even win a game for a couple of years, just a few short years ago. So Shannon Miller and Eliza Morrison and a number of people down there at the Nightcliff Football Club have done a fantastic job of turning their women's football program around and getting the just rewards and getting a spot in next week's grand final against Buffs. Likewise, Heidi Thompson's done a fantastic job at Waratahs this year. I'm pretty sure they finished 5th on the ladder, Stu, and they've fought their way right through the final series to make the prelim.
That's right, and coming back from not playing finals last year. So
absolutely. So they've been a powerhouse in the NTFL competition for the last decade and a half. So next week's 2021-22 TIO NTFL Women's Premier League Grand Final will be between Darwin Buffaloes and the Nightcliff Tigers. Thank you, Stu, for a great call today, as always.
Thanks, Les. Looking forward to the grand final next week, and of course looking forward to the game following this, which is the men's preliminary final between Nightcliff and St Mary's.
I've got my St Mary's shirt on, so there's no questions about who I'm going for. Big thanks to everyone for tuning in to AFLN TV's coverage of the 2021-22 TIO NTFL season from TIO Stadium in Darwin.
What a game. Put your hands together for Nightcliff through to the grand final. An exceptional game, 40 to Waratah on 38. Extremely close. Tickets are on now on sale for the